giants were the offspring of the sexual union between fallen angels and women. Genesis 6:4. I mean, do you think it just ended there? Even in Genesis 6:4, it says it wasn't done. Women were sexually assaulted or raped, or maybe they were bargained with. But for whatever reason, the sons of God were attracted to human women. The Bible tells us that we can be entertaining angels unaware. So therefore, angels can transform to look like human beings. I don't know why that when I was younger, I never grasped that. I had to think about that. In ancient history, worldwide, the people talk about the gods coming down from heaven and having relations with human beings. After I've gone deeper into these things through the reading of a lot of books and thinking and listening, it's kind of embarrassing. I gotta be honest with you. I'm embarrassed. I feel like Noah building an ark 300 or 400 miles from the sea. Realize that what I'm saying looks silly to a lot of people. Now, I don't know if it's a paradigm shift or just a like, here's the paradigm or the umbrella in which you review everything, right? This is your worldview. It's more like it's expanded. It's not like a paradigm shift, like from one thing to the other, like from, ooh, I like Air Supply and now I like Metallica. It's more like it's expanded my worldview, and it is a sort of an umbrella over all other types of views. The religions of the Peruvians and the Mayans and the Aztecs, right? And then you have the worldview of the Greeks, and then over here you have the worldview of the Romans. What I'm saying is that what I've learned, that you got all those things. Well, when you talk about the giants, it kind of brings it all under one big, huge umbrella. You don't really shift your paradigm. You kind of get even a bigger view. The Bible in Genesis 6:4, it talks about they were the mighty men of old, of renown. What does that mean? It explains the Greek gods. Prior to the flood, the giants were bigger. So you think, okay, that was the Titans before Zeus. Why did I never look into this? Why did I not ever see this? And you're thinking, okay, when did this happen? All right, I'll tell you. So, boom, here's the first plot point. One night during Thanksgiving, I think it was Thanksgiving vacation, I was just laying in bed with my tablet. I had not been feeling well, and I was just kind of laying there, and I was just going through YouTube channels. I wanted to do something passive, and I literally stumbled upon Steve Quayle. And I just listened, and I've been a skeptic. I'm kind of a skeptic. All my life I've been that way. I'm not going to just buy into whatever you tell me. Well, it's all Bigfoot. I'm going to go, well, really? No, I'm going to be doubtful of what you've said. So anyway, I'm listening to Steve Quayle, and I'm in this frame of mind, like, I'm questioning, I'm listening. The guy sounds confident. I realize that's not a test for truth. And he said, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the end. And I'm thinking, he was talking about Jesus, who was talking about Matthew 24:37. And I was like, really? He kind of skimmed over that before in my life. But he brought it to life for me. He started talking about the things that I was saying earlier. And I thought, okay, this is interesting, so I'm going to listen. So I kept listening, thinking that that was all it was going to be. And then he started tying it into all kinds of other modern and historical events, Mayan, Aztec, and Inca gods as well. He started tying that all together, and I was it was stretching my worldview, where I was thinking prior to that that all of these places were little individual little pockets of. I'm sorry. Yeah, he came by earlier. We're buddies though. I'm total friends with him. Yeah, he came by earlier. I petted him and he took off that way. Anyway, I totally forgot what I was talking about. But lasso that back. I just don't want people to think that I've just approached this and swallowed it hook, line, and sinker right off the bat. I always, with all of these people, Stephen Quell, L.A. Marzulli, Thomas Horn, Michael Lake, maybe Michael Heiser. There's Chris Putman, who died recently. And there's other guys. And as I was listening to them, reading their books, I would always try to go, okay, do these guys believe in the essentials? Do they believe that Jesus Christ was the Son of God? Do they believe he came to this earth, preached the gospel, was crucified, died, and rose from the dead on the third day? And each one of those guys that I just mentioned, they are. I didn't want to, I didn't want to listen to like David Koresh or Jim Jones or that guy that did the Heaven's Gate thing. I mean, so all of these guys are all grounded in that core stuff. Now, there are a lot of people that are grounded, quote unquote, grounded in those things that are absolutely nuts. I agree with, I know, but they're they don't show it. From what I can tell from Stephen Quell, L.A. Marzulli, um, Tom Horn, Hagman and Hagman Report. That's another one you can find on YouTube. Um, what I can tell so far is they're grounded, and the other guys that I mentioned earlier. So that was key going in. They also make a lot of theoretical conjecture, but they do that from a solid foundation. Where they go after that, you may or may not disagree with, and I totally get that. That if you start with a Nephilim, an entity that was birthed from the sexual union of a human female and a fallen angel. I mean, can you imagine the type of being that would come from that? Amazing. That's where I've been for a while. And I have been studying, researching, exploring. Now, look, I realize there's skeptics. I don't just go, oh yeah, that's totally true. Everything Stephen Quell says is completely true. It may be, may not be. All I know is I'm in exploratory mode right now, and I'm leaning toward that he's right. When you look at pre-flood structures in Peru, incredible. They're absolutely mind-boggling. You're looking at stones that weigh, I believe, 200 tons. And this is just in Peru. I mean, this is worldwide. Worldwide this is happening, or did happen. And I'm sorry, but the Incas with their Bronze Age technology, there's no way they could have done what these people did, whoever they were. Now, the secularists are going to tell you that it was aliens. That's a narrative that is parallel to the one I'm telling you, and that's very important. The narrative parallel to what all I'm talking about is that aliens did it all. Way, 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 way back, aliens came down and they've supercharged man's evolution and did all of these things. What I'm saying, what I believe is this supercharged technology that was capable of fusing rocks and stones together that weighed 200 tons, and you can't even slip a piece of paper between them. I'm saying that was Nephilim. Not necessarily giants, but the offspring of the fallen angels and humans. The secular world will tell you that that's aliens. What I'm telling you, and what Stephen Quell is telling you, and what these other guys I mentioned telling you, is that no, those are Nephilim, or the children of the fallen angels, that were capable of doing that. What I've told you is just very, very, very basic. I don't want to get into the other stuff that I could get into at this point, but I think that's enough for now.